So in terms of individuals who are just starting out and they want to start a dance company or an organization, I will say you need to have a clear understanding of what you want to do. You need to have your own vision, clear vision of what you want to do, and your plan of how you want to get there. And sometimes that takes a long time. And sometimes if you're lucky, the environment that you're in, it may just catapult you up to the highest of heights. And others, you have to, like take the bumpy road to achieve your goal. All things are possible, but you need to, again, have your resources in place, know that it's a journey, and know that this journey is a difficult one, and that you need to bring the right people on board to support your vision. Because the vision and the passion for what you want to do is key. Having teammates that want to help you, not necessarily your best friends that just want to come and talk to you, and but people that will roll up their sleeve and get to work, come into the theater and help you accomplish something, or find the resources that you're going to need to accomplish your goal. And then just decide on where you want to be. Give yourself some goals, some timelines. Where do you see yourself with your organization or your company or your choreography? And I would say like 2 years, and then 4 years, and then 6 years, and then 8 years. Where you want to see yourself at during that period of time. Because I think when you have a vision and you see yourself down the road, then you can plan and plot your path. And maybe it's not a straight path, but if you have that direction of where you want to go, if you veer off, you can always come back because you know what your direction is going to be. Develop relationships and be true to those relationships. Don't burn your bridges. Don't burn your bridges. If you're new and you're coming out and you're coming around, go out and research who else is in the community that's doing something similar to yours. Don't just say, oh, I'm arrived and I'm the only one, because you're not. And so it's good to go out and do the research. I find that most new beginners, they don't do the research. They just say, oh, I'm here and I've arrived, and because I'm here, it's just me. And that's the down thing about it. One, you alienate everyone else, and then you have bad blood because nobody wants to support you because you started off on a lie. So I always believe in, investigate the community that you want to go into. And I think that's one of the most difficult things. Now, some people say there's a Jack in the Box in every corner. So what? We're not Jack in the Box, okay? But we are artists. We are doing art, or we're teaching classes, or whatever. If you're doing anything similar to that somebody else is doing right down the street, why would you come right down the street? Why would you try to cipher off what is already there? Why would you come, for instance, to me and see what I have going, and then go right down the street and recreate the same thing? This is dishonesty. Now, I'm not against people doing their thing, and I think people should have the right to do their thing, but I think we should have some ethics about it. And so I think if you're starting out, don't burn your bridges, be honest. Go and talk to the people in the community. Say, hey, I'm new in town, I just got here, I'm thinking about doing this, but I need to understand how I can fit in, and then we can have a conversation, because you don't know, maybe I want to help you develop something. But if you're going to come in and see all my dancers and then want to hire all my people and take them away, then no, that's not going to work. But then if we can have a conversation about how we can work, and maybe we could be helping each other. Before, it was harder to me to do the research. Now it's so easy. It's like at your fingertips. If you have a smartphone, you can Google anything in a minute, and find out about people. Before, we had to read the newspapers, we had to go to the library, we had to, do all this research. You had to call on a cell phone, call information through the yellow pages, So nowadays, people don't even understand what the yellow page is. What is a yellow page? You can Google it on your phone. So the resources are here now. Young people thinking about doing something, have your plan. Things that I didn't know at first when I started off. A A plan and the B plan. Mr. Donald McHale always told me, and Mr. Donald McHale is one of our treasured choreographers and legends in dance in the world. And he said, Lula, you should have an A plan, a B plan, and a C plan. And then he also told me something that, is really, really powerful. And he said, learn to read the signs along the way. Because there are signs and signals that if you learn to read those signs and signals and interpret, you know what's ahead and you know how to prepare. So I think that's like, very powerful information, and that we can't go so fast that we go zoom and you miss the sign. And then when you go back and you think about it and you say, wow, well, this was there all along, I just didn't pay attention to it. Now, it's a difference if you see the sign and you decide to ignore it. That's a different thing. But you saw it and you recognized it and you understood what it meant. But it's a difference between not seeing it at all. So learning to read the signs along the way was another part of advice that I would give to young people trying to do their thing. And know that you're not alone, and that you didn't get there by yourself, and you're standing on somebody's shoulders, and give them the proper respect and due, where you came from. Somebody helped to cultivate you. Somebody helped to train you. Don't get into the frame of mind that, oh, I did this road all by myself. No, you didn't. There were people that helped you along the way. I think if we celebrate those things and praise those things, and we lift all of ourselves up, especially in the arts, and we can't be selfish. We have to be willing to share. I think the more we talk to people and know who these people are and know where they've come from and what their histories are, then we can appreciate them and we can learn how to support each other more. And I think that's the beautiful thing about IEBD, is that there's so much support here for what we do, that we're learning from each other, and we connect and we network among each other. So when I go anywhere, if I come to Dallas or if I go to Philadelphia or if I'm going there, I have connections. It's connected us. If I go to Mississippi or Alabama or Georgia, there's connection. And that's what we want. To network, to connect, to know that we're not alone, that I'm learning from a school in Baltimore, and I'm in LA, and I'm learning how to do something better because I've listened and watched this school, and we can all learn from each other. And so that's important. Don't take anything for granted.